everyone. My name is Victoria, and I am a new mom. And I'm in my office currently, and I thought, you know what, this would be a perfect time to discuss the next topic. And so this has been a debate on Instagram on whether or not people without kids should have an opinion about how to raise people with kids. Now, quick preview. I'm going to go into 5 reasons why I believe that they should not have an opinion. Now, obviously, you shouldn't beat your kids and starve them, things like that. Obviously, that's just obvious. But when it comes to specifically giving direction on or critique as to what you need to do as a parent, I feel that if it is someone that's going to give that advice, it should be somebody who actually has kids and has went through it and knows exactly what you're dealing with. So let's go forward. So the first reason is nothing can prepare you for this experience. I don't care if you had brothers, sisters, cousins, had to babysit. I don't care. Nothing can prepare you for this. I have brothers and sisters, I have cousins and everything, and I thought I knew what it meant and what it was, what the whole experience would be to be a mother. Being responsible for a life is I think just a psychological thing about it. You're just like, oh my God, this is like a whole human being that's going to grow up, and I'm going to pass down things that are negative. I'm pass down things that are positive, and not intentionally pass down things to them, but you're trying everything to make sure that you do it right. And it's difficult. If you have not had to get up every hour to feed your baby, you have no idea what it means to get through that sleep deprivation, or a 2-year-old that's constantly telling you no, or a teenager that has all this attitude and sassiness, and not to just hit them back with it, and try to make all these little negative experiences into positive experiences, and when they're constantly testing you, you don't know. People that have went through it, and they're the ones that I can say, you know what, you can give your 2 cents, because if they ask, but that's about it. You don't know until you know. 2 is, like I said in the previous one, you're 100% responsible for this human being. For example, as having a newborn, SIDS is a big deal, and there are people that I've known who have lost their babies to SIDS, and for obvious different reasons. And so people who haven't had kids don't understand, during that time, you're dealing with that sleep deprivation, and you're getting up every hour, and you're literally losing your mind. And some nasty commenter said, oh, you guys really need therapy. Shut up. First off, you don't even know what I'm talking about, because if you knew what I was talking about, you would relate to this. Getting up every hour, every 2 hours to feed is taxing. And then you also have the everyday life drama that's coming to you literally every day. So you're dealing with that, plus you're having to deal with your life responsibilities. So with that being said, doing it the right way, I think that it's just, if anyone ever asks me, I'm like, listen, it's all about surviving one day at a time. One day at a time. You're gonna screw up, but it's one day at a time. And being responsible for a human being all in itself is extremely overwhelming. The third thing is, life is difficult for everyone, just adding a human being to the case. So I already kind of added that on the second one. Life's difficult. It's very difficult. I know people who can't even get their credit score above 700, but they want to tell people how to raise their kids, that are overweight, depressed, anxious, alcoholics. They're taking pills just to cope. Everybody got issues, but when you add when you add another human being to the case, it changes everything. You thought that I thought I was balanced, and then I had a baby, and I'm like, oh shoot, I just added something even more complicated, a whole nother chapter that I've never experienced before, and now it's time for me to figure this out. So, number 4, doing it right. What exactly is that? There's books everywhere on what people believe is the right way to do it, whether you're going to feed your baby organic or not, whether you're going to punish, lack of a better word, but give spankings and whoopings or not, if you're going to allow them to have screen time or not. These are all things. Everybody has their own opinions as to what is best and what is not best. I personally believe you go with what you want to go with. I've known people who've had screen time, who did not eat organic, who didn't exercise, and everybody, or have sports or curricular activities, and they still turned out good, and good human beings and good people. Life has enough stresses in itself, and that's probably a whole nother video that I can do, but life has their own stresses within itself, and to be the best at something, you have to also lose something else in order to do that. So it's just this whole balancing thing and just being happy with the life that you have. And the last thing is advancement with work. Somebody who is single, so I used to do this because I was very critical when I was younger and did not realize this until I had a kid. But, some people can't get babysitters or nannies, or can't afford it, and they can't stay after at work for another 5 to 10, 15 minutes or 30 minutes because they got to go pick up their baby, they got to go pick up their child, and advancement's very difficult. And somebody who doesn't have kids, like advancement in work and in business, somebody who doesn't have kids will never understand that. You just don't have the time. You don't have the energy to put towards putting it into your work. You need to put it into a whole human being, a whole child that needs to grow into a responsible adult. And so when somebody who doesn't have kids is like, oh, you could do more, you can stay after with work, you can do this or do that, and they have all of these opinions, I'm just like, listen, you have no idea what it takes to have a kid, let alone raise a child. So be quiet. So that's my personal opinion. Those are the 5 reasons as to why I believe that people who do not have kids should not have opinions. And if they do have opinions, don't share them to people who actually have children. Now, it is what it is. I might lose people to this. I might not. Who cares? It is what it is. So I put it out there and you tell me what you think. All right. See you guys on the next one. Bye.